everyone, and welcome back to I'm going to unmute that immediately. I'm not forgetting this time. I've unmuted everyone, and we won't have any more mistakes like that. New Year's resolution, 3 months late. Anyway, welcome back everyone. I do have some unfortunate news. One of our players, Kane, or Neku as some of you would know, has decided to dip out of the game, so they won't be attending future sessions. I'm going to be talking with Barbie and Owen to determine what will be done with their character, but for now, I just wanted to let everyone know. And with that said, it's time for you guys to head to the apartment. Are you excited?
Oh boy.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
So, the apartments that Lily lives in do go up several floors. But for simplicity's sake, we're just going to keep it to the first and second floor, okay?
Okay.
There is also a ground floor, but it's basically just an entrance and stairs up. Okay? And, here you go. Here's your map, and Lily, you are in apartment number 17, where you can see folks.
Okay. Okay. You go on ahead and warn him. Okay. Wait, does Lily have the crack on their person?
Oh! Wait,
I just remembered.
retroactive, go back.
Well, that's one way to do it.
We almost did a very bad thing.
That's one way to do it, yes. Alright, so just a real quick, we're going to do a quick AU bad end. So, Lily,
Oh,
you go to the apartment while everyone else suddenly realizes.
Nuts.
oh no!
You open the door, and your father greets you with a warm smile, and then it jumps out of your bag and devours him.
Oh no!
Everything,
Why we think before we act.
everything fades to black. Everything fades to black, and you all see game over.
Oh, no.
Stay determined.
But fate refused to change. Anyway, you guys are out front again.
Oh wait, before you go, Selena, can you hold on to it for a moment?
Selena gives you a like shocked and scared expression, and she's like, "Why do you want to give it to me? I don't want it."
Because I can't hold it, and I'm pretty sure Barbie can't hold it either.
Why can't he hold it?
Barbie holds out his hands to try to hold it.
See?
You try to hold it, and it just drops to the ground.
Oh, guys, please
That's-
don't drop the murder crack.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, if he
I
can't
don't
hold
quite
it, I
understand
can't really.
it.
Well, if he can't hold it, I certainly can't hold it. Selena says with like a nervous laugh as she walks over and attempts to try to pick it up, thinking it's gonna go through her hand.
You pick it up.
Selena kind of freezes and looks at it, and she just whines. She goes, "No."
You hear the soft chuckle.
Welcome to the
He'll
Psyker Club, I
kill.
guess.
Can't you ever be nice to me once? Selena says with like crocodile tears in her eyes as she just like holds it like the portal out from her.
Oh, I can be nice. Actually, Kira, were you trying to say something? I just want to double check.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. No, you're good.
Okay. Okay, so they say, oh, I can be nice. But you guys have been really mean to me lately.
It was. She's just a kid. She doesn't know what she's saying. Be nice.
Beep, 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 beep.
What did I take? Never mind. I better not say anything. She said that she pursues her lips, and with a defeated and sad sigh, just puts it in her jacket pocket. I guess. How big is it?
Fairly small. It's, you know, in its dormant state.
Alright, well, if it
Alright.
fits in her hoodie pocket, she's just going to reluctantly and carefully put it in there, and then it's like a Ziploc like pocket, and she's gonna put it in and just zip it up.
Sure, you do so.
Alright.
And it's I have a funny image in my head too. Just the whole like SpongeBob thing, like don't touch me, I'm stable.
Lily, you
So,
go
yeah.
on ahead and warn your dad now.
Okay. Well, he's going to take off through those flames and just up she goes.
And while she does that, Brad's gonna have a bit of a monologue with this voice guy.
Okay.
Alright, Captain Crazy, I know you can hear me.
Give me just a moment. I need to set up things and stuff. Let's see. Okay. You may go.
Okay. He says, Alright, Captain Crazy. I know you can hear me. I'd like to make a deal with you.
I don't make deals with people who call me crazy. You see, I was crazy once. They put me in a cell for crazy people.
Wait, quick question. He's talking to my patron, right?
Yes, he is.
Am I hearing this, or did you go off on your own?
You're hearing this, yeah.
Selena just gives you an absolutely shocked and ludicrous expression. She goes, "What are you doing?
I have a plan.
You don't want to
Well,
plan
it's-
with this person."
Brad continues. Well, what do you want me to call you?
That is a very good question.
Guys, I'm just gonna call you Cap then.
Okay, I got it. Your worst nightmare. Oh, what did you say? Oh, that works too. Okay, just call me that.
Then Cap, I would like to make a deal with you.
Oh, I like deals. They're like games, but better.
Right. So, the deal is, in exchange for leaving our loved ones out of this mess, out of your games, I want you to change the target on that crack to me.
So he is stunned silent.
Oh?
Are you sure about that, Brad?
He is dead serious. You can tell by his expression.
And why would I do that?
Look, none of our loved ones want to get hurt. They have nothing to do with this. And besides, you said you wanted me dead, didn't you?
That kind of sounds like a you problem there.
I'm pretty sure you said, I hate you too, and I want to see you die.
Hmm.
So, now's the chance to prove it.
The thing is, I can kill you all in so many more fun ways than this. The current target is leagues more fun.
But what you're saying is, you're a coward. Or you just like to draw things out. For no apparent reason.
Well, you made a deal.
So you accept them.
You made a deal for the information. I gave you the information, and now you gotta fulfill your end of the deal. You can't make a deal on a deal.
Selena looks a little conflicted at Brad. She goes, "There. I know this sounds weird, and especially coming from me, especially the fact that there's some days where I just wish I didn't take this deal, but this person I made a deal with isn't exactly, at least I hope, evil. At least you shouldn't be." When she looks upward, like, when I made this deal for you in exchange for your help, that's not what I signed up for, to kill people.
So I'll reply to you in just a second, Ninja, but there was one more thing I wanted to add before you spoke. Just
Sorry.
no double dealsies. That's it. Alright, as for the response to you, well, I'm not killing anyone. If you want out of this, find your own way out. I mean, or I can just, let the crack open up right now.
No.
Then no double dealsies.
Selena sighs and then looks at Brad with a solemn and also like tired expression. She goes, "Let's just try to do it this way without having someone else die. Not to say that," and she immediately starts panicking. "Not to say that the kid's father's going to die. Let's just try out our plan currently without provoking them more. So far, if you can take my word for it, since working for them making this deal, I have not killed anybody and they have not made me kill anybody. They do a couple of harmless pranks, sure. A couple of like teases and close calls, but if you can take my word for it, they have never had me do something where I've had to take a life. There's always some but end of the joke, if that makes sense."
Brad is just looking past Selena for a bit. He's not happy about this situation or her explanation at all. And then he just goes, "Let's just get this over with." And goes inside.
Okay.
So yeah,
Lily.
she looks dejectedly for a second and then she sighs and she mumbles, "This is the reason why I don't have friends, because of you."
Oh, I love you too. You don't need any other friends. I'm the only friend you need.
And then she just kind of, then why did you make me go with, never mind. She again looks out, she kind of actually really upset, but just trudges along and heads downstairs with the others.
Ouch.
Yeah. Brad was not happy with Selena's answer there.
Okay. So, Lily, you have talked to your dad and informed him of the situation, and he sort of scratches his head and goes, "Well, this is all a bit confusing for me, but if you need me to move, I can move. I can, find a hotel for the night." And he picks Folks up by the scruff. I'll take your pets with me then, shall I?
Yes, as long as it gets you out. As long as it gets you out.
Alright. So he starts to pack up his things, and as he does that, you hear a voice just quietly go, "No, no, no. Getting him out is cheating.
What?
It's cheating. The game is to keep the portal from him for a bit, and then it'll, it's a game. It's tag, and he's it.
This is not a fun game. I don't like this game.
Oh well, should I not do this game then?
If I say yes, will you... What happens if I say yes?
Meanwhile, in the boiler room.
Wait, no. Wait, no.
So you guys arrive in the boiler room.
Alright. We just set it down here, I guess. And then we wait.
So Selena kind of just shrugs as she avoids Brad's gaze. She goes, maybe if I just keep it in my pocket, as much as I don't want it on me. Maybe it won't leave if I just stay here with it.
Your pocket begins to wriggle, and you feel the zipper almost starting to be pried at, as if something's trying to get out.
Selena jumps in surprise and then quickly tries to hold the zipper closed as she looks panicked. Okay, it can do that. Great. I thought it would just stay put. Fantastic.
Roll a strength check.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, whoops. That was the save. My bad.
Same thing, really. So, yeah, same roll, so it would have been 11. So, the zipper is forced open, and something leaps out. You see it almost with spider-like legs as the crack crawls up the boiler and then curls into a ball and then grows and becomes an egg.
Question, do we have our weapons? Do we have access to our weapons right now?
No, because you're not in an active warp zone yet.
Yeah, okay.
But when it does get activated, you will. But that'll be in a day. There's a quiet boom, boom, boom from the egg.
Think it's Dave?
Come back in a little under 24 hours. Then we have to deal with it.
So
At
you
least-
mean this?
At least that was the deal.
So, meanwhile, back up with Lily.
Oh no.
You asked, and I had time to think on it, and alright, here you go. I could, but if you say yes, then you break your deal. And then I set the crack on one of your friends instead. You know, like
No.
maybe Brad, for instance.
Oh.
Are you sure you're not interested?
So Lily didn't hear any of the conversation happening down there.
No.
I don't
no,
think
she
she'd
didn't.
want to throw Brad under the bus. So Lily's just gonna, like, sit there, having been offered an ultimatum between attempting to have her dad killed or her friend killed. And she just like dejectedly and silently shakes her head no. She does not want to break the deal and sick the crack on Brad.
All
If we
right.
win though. But if we win though, and we break your deal and the crack doesn't get my dad to whenever it attacks, you're gonna let him go, right?
Yeah, it's just a game of tag, and all tag has an end date. You just need to last a little while.
Okay.
By a little while, he probably means as long as he lives.
It's it's tag, and your father's it.
And if we win, you let him go.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little fun.
Lily's going to look at her dad, who now is attempting to move out, and she's going to slowly walk up to him and just wrap him in a hug.
Aw, he hugs you back and says, "It's gonna be okay, kiddo."
I don't know if it is, but there's been a small change in plans.
Oh yeah?
We kinda can't leave. But don't worry, I'm gonna tell my friends, and we're gonna find a way out of this.
All right, kiddo. I'll just keep packing up some things then. And Fox looks still. I know you will. I know you will. He gives you a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh.
I forgot how to say the word forehead for a minute. Thank God my memory sucks. How do you forget forehead, brain? How?
That's an excellent question.
You're literally there. How do you forget it? So, Fox looks to you, Lily, and they say, "Don't worry, I'll take extra good care of him."
Lily gives Fox a grateful nod and then runs out of the room to go find her friends and deliver the news.
Fox looks to Lily's father, and Lily's father looks to him, and then Fox says, I am going to aggressively lick you. This marks you as mine. It will protect you from the demons.
Ah.
So, you meet up with Brad.
Brad, we have a kind of small problem.
They're not letting him leave, are they?
They're not letting him leave. But they said if we could protect him and keep the crack from getting him for long enough, like a game of tag, then they're gonna let him go. So all we have to do is just beat up the crack, I guess.
Lily, do you know how long tag lasts?
I mean, it always ends. That's what the voice said.
Let's hope it does.
I hope
Anyways,
it
we need
does.
time to prepare.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So,
not good at ideas, but we definitely have to make sure that whatever this thing is, it doesn't succeed.
right. Well, we won't be gone long. Thing takes about a day in order to open up.
Hmm.
So
I
we need to
think
be here tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna stay with my dad in case it decides to go crazy earlier. I don't know if the voice is a liar or not, and Selena said it wasn't, but I kinda and Lily looks like her dad is being threatened here. She's scared. She's just a kid. Uh she kinda like taps her fingers together. She just goes, I kinda just don't wanna leave him alone.
Understand. If
Lily
anything
hugs
comes up,
Brad.
let us know, right?
She nods.
And kind of just rubs her head.
And with that done, Lily runs back.
You run back to your father being aggressively licked by Fox.
The situation is dire, but that sight still manages to get Lily to let out a small chuckle.
All right. So, Selena, you're in the boiler room watching the egg, and you hear a voice give a little chuckle and says, "So you want some clues? You want a hint?"
Selena actually just like grips her arm tightly as she frowns upward, just staring at the egg, and she just actually doesn't reply.
I won't ask for much. In fact, it's almost free.
She still kind of just remains quiet, but you get the idea she's listening.
All you need to do is get them to all say sorry, and I will give you a hint.
Selena nearly like falls over as she just stares shocked, and she goes, "Seriously? You
Yeah,
did all this, freaked out a young child, thinking that her father was probably going to die through this, just so you can get a sorry?"
yes.
Selena looks like she's about to tear out her own hair as she furiously rubs her temples and then kneels or like goes down on her toes, kneeling as she just like, "Oh, I don't want to make a deal with you."
No. Not you. The others. You know, the ones who made fun of me.
"I know, not me. I know you meant them," she says, but saying, "But couldn't you have just said that sooner rather than threaten the child's father?"
But this is more fun.
"It's not fun," she screams upward as she stands up fully, actually glaring upward at nothing, but she doesn't care. This is like her way of venting. "You freak out a young kid who is in enough of this mess as it is, who apparently you're the reason why they have to go around doing all these dangerous things in the first place, instead of being a child, just so you can be just as childish back and ask for sorry, instead of being a mature whatever you are." And she's like throwing her hands up in the air all dramatically.
You hear a soft laugh. There's a soft laugh, and then they say, ha, mature. Ah, mature, yeah. Takes one to know one. Alright, so that's your deal. If you get them to apologize, I will give you guys a hint. Otherwise, yeah, have fun with your game attack, and I look forward to seeing how well you do. Bye!
What? You say sorry? Well, you get rid. She curses silently to herself, looking frustrated. And then she just kind of gives a. The person I made there was just a literal child. Great. She again rubs her forehead furiously and then looks over at Barbie and she goes, "Did you?"
Yeah, Barbie's just sorry.
Yeah, right.
Barbie's
Did you
just
hear me
watching
of
the
that?
egg to make sure it doesn't do anything stupid.
Okay, that kind that kind of helps a little bit with like Selena's dramatic talking to herself, because she knows they can hear him, but again, she also knows that they like to be selective with who they talk to. And she just waits and she goes, just keep watching. I'll be right back," and starts to like power walk towards the steps to go find the others.
You encounter Brett coming down.
Are you alright?
She like
I heard,
stops and she stops and flinches, and
I
then
heard
quickly
yelling.
she stops and flinches, puts her gaze downward, and she's like, "They told me more information, and actually they said that they can give us another hint if they get an apology."
Brad's eye twitches. He is so enraged. But he's trying to keep his composure.
Yeah, Selena keeps her gaze downward, but you can tell she's also just both mentally exhausted and also just as frustrated probably as you. And she's like, this is their attempt to apparently get an apology over what Lily and you all said about why they couldn't just ask straight out. And she throws her arms up in the air dramatically and lets them just slam at her sides.
To no double dealies. He asks the voice.
You're asking what?
I'm asking the voice, what happened to no double dealies?
This isn't double dealies. This is a new deal.
Mm,
You expect me to apologize.
One second. Let me think. Yeah. I mean, I guess I was expecting too much. Of course you wouldn't apologize, Brad. When have you suddenly cared about dead parents?
He's not talking, and he just leaves. He's not going to justify giving him an answer anymore. So yeah.
Guess that's that. I will see you tomorrow, Selena. I'm going to go spend some time with. Not too important. Bye bye now.
Selena looks tired and just done. And she goes, can't you just leave them alone?
No. They didn't leave me alone.
You made me stay with them, she kind of yells out now, frustrated. If you hadn't made me stay with them, then you wouldn't have been offended and you wouldn't be doing all the just ask for sorry. This is not what I signed up for.
I did. I did tell you to stay with them.
Just so you can torment them.
Yep.
Lena is like kind of starting to second guess why she took this deal in the first place.
Alright, I'm gonna go play and, I'm gonna go head out for a bit, so, don't be alarmed if I don't reply. I'm busy. Alright, bye!
He again just kind of just stands there, just dejectedly and like so confused. But then she then just silently walks over back into the room and just like slides down the wall. Sits on the floor, legs up to her face, and then just stays there.
it looks shiny.
So, before we go to Brad, Kira and Lily, you're, spending time with your dad, you're playing with forks and your pet, dimensional koala. Oh, wait, they still in the void. Yeah, they're still in the void, aren't they?
Wait, are they?
Are they? Are they not? Your fox and your potentially not quell. There.
Okay.
No, wait. You guys used it to sniff things out. You do have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There we go. So yes, you do have it.
Lily is like throwing the frisbee around the room, but not as energetically as she normally would. It's definitely like a distraction kind of thing for her right now. She's trying not to think too hard about this.
I was going to save this for your birthday, but I think considering the circumstances, it would be best for you to have it now. Your
Lily
father,
like blinks and then looks up.
your father pulls out a small wrapped box.
Oh, it's a present.
He hands it over.
Lily like wonders if she should be opening this because it's not her birthday yet, but because he told her to, she kind of starts tearing at the wrapping a bit.
You open it up to reveal a small little box, and in the box, you open it up and it reveals a necklace with many tiny foxes on it.
Despite all of the things that are happening right now, Lily kind of smiles at that and she holds it up and there is a gleam of excitement in her eyes as she's like, "It's foxes! It's fox!"
He nods and then says, I saw it and thought of you, and then I had to get it.
Lily like tears up a little bit at that and she runs to hug her dad again. And at first she kind of doesn't say anything, but then there's this moment where she does get a bit teary and she just kind of puts her like head into him a bit and just goes like, "Hey dad, have you ever wondered if sometimes the things you're doing are right or not?"
He hugs you and just says, I mean, there's really not a right answer to anything. The right answer is often the wrong one to other people. There are only answers, and answers you have chosen.
Hmm. Is it wrong to be mad at someone even if you don't know them all that well, or maybe you do know them, but is it wrong to be mad at someone for doing something that you didn't like?
I wouldn't say wrong, no, but you never know the reasons behind it.
I guess.
I mean, if someone threw a can at you, you'd be mad, right?
Yeah.
But what if they were aiming for the garbage bin and it accidentally hit you?
Right.
That's what I mean by choices. They made the choice to throw the can and it hit you. And you were angry about it, and it is your choice what to do with that anger.
But it's not wrong to be angry.
Emotions aren't really wrong or right, they just are.
Right. Let's say that someone did something really bad, like maybe there was a voice in my head and it or someone else, maybe it was a person and they maybe said they wanted to like kill my parents or they did kill specifically a parent I really liked. Is it wrong to be mad at them for that?
I would say not, no. I mean, well, I don't entirely like your mother much anymore. There was a time that we were close, and if someone did try to hurt her, I would still feel sad and angry at it. at the perpetrator.
Lily like squeezes him a little tighter, and she's just like, I don't want to lose you, Dad, and I'll make sure that I won't.
He hugs you just as tightly and says, I will never leave you, Lily. And he taps the necklace. I will always be with you.
Lily doesn't look as convinced as she probably should be. This is a lot for the poor girl. But she nods because she doesn't want her dad to worry, while just silently internally wondering if things are going to work out or if she's going to be lost and alone, just like she was when she lost everything in the beginning.
So, you've got two options, Kira. You can rejoin the party, or you can spend the night with your dad. Or you can rejoin the party and then go back to spend the night, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think she's going to temporarily rejoin the party just to see like what they're planning and stuff and maybe get some comfort off of them. And then she'll go back to her dad to spend the night once it's, closer to nighttime.
Makes sense. Alright, so with that done, Brad, you're outside. You've just finished texting your mum.
He's currently waiting for Selena and Barbie to leave, to head out. So there's really nothing at the moment. He's just seething in silence.
Okay. In that case, Lily, you have two options. You can go down to the basement to meet up with Selena and Barbie, or you can head outside to where Brad is.
I think she's gonna go down to the basement first because that's where she saw everyone last.
Okay.
Like,
You head down.
Enter. She just looks at both Selena and Barbie. And then, perhaps rather surprisingly, but perhaps rather not, because he's lifted her a bunch and been kind of cool with her, she just runs up to Barbie because he's the biggest teddy bear she can find and just hugs him.
He returns the hugs.
Barbie, I have a question.
Yes?
Why are you still here and fighting with us? What if it goes after you guys too? 'Cause it said it wanted to go after Brad, and I told it no, and it's going after my dad, and you weren't even here with the original warp stuff, and neither was Selena. So why are you guys still here? What if it attacks you guys too?
Small child deserves to be happy. A dead parent is not happy.
Yeah, dead parent's really not happy.
Also, Brad wants it to die. Well, he tried to make a deal to have it target him.
Brad did what?
Barbie! This is exactly why he didn't want Lily listening in on that conversation.
Like
Dang
takes
it.
a step back. Like, wait, Brad did what? Did it agree? Did it agree?
So Zelina kind of raises her head, still looking tired. She goes, "They want an apology."
The voice wants an apology.
They said they would assist again if you apologize for what you said before about them. They're doing all of this. She again just raises up a hand, looking dejectedly, shaking her head, because they wanted you all to apologize.
Lily is. She kind of just stands there for a second. She has come straight off of that conversation with her dad about emotions, and oh boy, it came at a great time because The voice has attempted to kill her father, and now it wants her to say sorry. She's not very happy right now. She
Yeah,
doesn't
well-
really say much.
Selena glances up at Lily and then she goes, "Yeah, Brad had the same expression. He's not happy about this either."
It's trying. It. Brad almost died, and my dad almost died, and it's doing all of this for a stupid apology?
Selena just shrugs her shoulders and gives a curt nod. Now unable to look at Lily in the eye after she just continues staring into her at her knees.
I don't understand the voice. Is it really that easy to just apologize? Does it expect us all to just, look at it and be like, it's fine that you tried to, kill my dad. It's trying to kill my dad. That I can't forgive someone who would ever try to kill my parents. I'm sorry. Will it stop if I say that I'm sorry to it?
They might. Selena says, "I will tell you the same thing that I told Brad, kid. Since I made the deal with them, they have never had me or had me be in situations where I've had to take a life. Why they suddenly switch roles, or if this is just another cryptic game which they are known to do, I do not know. All I'm saying is what they told me. Now, if you do apologize and that maybe that'll be it, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just relaying what they told me to you."
That So they might not kill my dad, and they're just pretending that they're going to, just to get me to say sorry for making fun of them.
She again shrugs. She goes, "I think so. One thing for sure is that these games that they play is always cryptic, but they've never had me attack somebody or hurt anyone. I've only ever been either in the portals taking care of the monsters. Sometimes," she kind of holds her head, "I do sometimes black out sometimes when they take over. So I can't say for certain if they ever had me kill anybody, but to my knowledge, they never said I did. And I've trusted them this whole time, but right now even I'm confused to what exactly they want. It's always just been me they tormented, not others. So I don't know why they brought you on to this."
The lady, looks concerned for a moment. There's, genuine shock on her face, and she just goes, You've blacked out? I didn't. You've blacked out?
She taps the headphones on her neck and she goes, "This is a symbol of the pact I made with them. In regular reality, they're just regular headphones that help me tone out some of the noise. I have very sensitive hearing, and loud noises in cities," she rubs her forehead, "gives me headaches sometimes, so they transform this into the talisman that symbolizes my pact with them. When I'm in the portals, it transforms into the mask you see me wear. Sometimes I'm able to keep in control, but if I stay in the portals for too long, their influence overtakes me, and sometimes they just take full control."
I didn't. It overtakes you? What? They can do that?
I either have to be willing or if I'm exhausted, because being in the portals is very exhausting. I keep dropping stuff. But I am aware that this is part of the deal. But I did make them promise me that when I made this deal and when they do take over, that they would not make me kill anybody that's innocent. Only the monsters or those that harm others.
Oh.
I have not questioned it this whole time because it's always just been me by myself. I've never been able to make friends. I've never been able to go do things with others because of not only this deal I made, but because of the portals too. So I don't understand. This is new to me, all right? And she kind of just looks a forced smile at Lily. She goes, I don't know whether to apologize. I don't know whether to just walk away because technically this is my fault that you're all in this and I feel really bad.
Lily, like, looks up at Barbie and then slowly, like, worms her way out of the hug and just goes over to Selena and just gives her a little pat. Be like, this sucks. I'm not gonna say this doesn't suck, but you're not the one making it suck. And for what it's worth, I think it's really brave of you to still be here. And I appreciate it.
Selena actually kind of looks surprised. And then she goes, being comforted by a child. Well, can I go? As she hangs her head down. But then she kind of like takes a deep breath and lets it out. And she looks up to Lily. She goes, you're in this situation though because of me. Whether or not this was something that was bound to happen, I don't know. I still feel like I should apologize, be responsible. That she motions up to the portal. That is the reason why we're in this mess right now. Regardless of what you or Brad decide to do, I will stay here and make sure that your dad does not in any way get hurt. Even if it means waiting until it opens and then diving in myself.
Please
At
don't
this
do that.
point, I feel like I owe it to you.
Please don't do that. I don't want the portal to eat you. That's not any better.
She just shrugs. She goes, who says it has to eat me? Just have to wait for it to crack open and just kill whatever's in there.
I guess that's true. Maybe.
And then Selena just shakes that. She goes, what you and Brad decide to do is your decisions. Don't feel like as if they have to force you to make a half-hearted apology because to be fair, they probably won't even accept the half apology. And Brad is already mad at me as it is over the situation, so I doubt they will apologize either. Regardless, protecting your dad is the priority. I don't have any parents myself, so I can understand that you would want to do anything to protect them. So I will help you. Since technically, not to say it's fully my fault, but I still feel responsible. Since technically they are my patron and I'm supposed to do what they say because it's also part of the deal I made with them. So it's anyway, she just again tosses up her hands and then slams them on her lap. And she goes, just do what you feel is right, Lily. Don't make it feel like it's if you have to do what they say just to appease them.
Lily, like, gives a slow nod to that. She's just like, wait, so you agree though, right? Like, as I asked my dad this too, like, if someone tries to hurt your parents, it's okay to be really mad at them, right?
So you're just like, huh, I mean, I'm mad right now at them. So I mean, if you're not mad at them, I'd be surprised.
Right.
Because again, this kind of goes against the deal I made with them. I told them that that if I made a deal with them, that I would not harm anybody. Technically, I'm not the one doing the harming, but technically, this is also still a kind of like third party s deal, I guess, because technically, it's kind of my fault. This and he rubs her forehead again, getting a headache.
I mean, I guess, but it's all right, right? Like, even if somebody was acting real nice, like the voice maybe decided to suddenly be good, and we get out of this, and It keeps its end of the promise. Is it okay for me to still be mad at it?
Selena kind of like, I mean, I would be, to be honest, but I'm not you, Lily. I've dealt with this voice for a long while, and I question a lot sometimes of what it has me do, and I question their intentions, but, and there have been times that I have been angry at them too. There are things they made me do that I didn't want to do, but they still did it. There are things that I asked them, but they never give me a full answer, and I get mad at them for it. I mean, I get mad at them all the time, but then again, I deal with them on a daily basis. So, that's a given. You, on the other hand, technically just met not only me, but them.
Mhm.
And I know you may not trust them. I know Brad sure doesn't, with good reason. He's mad. So, I think it's fine.
I think that the fact that the voice has done stuff that isn't super great, but that you still like them enough to, like, listen to them, even if it's because they're kinda scary, is really cool and awesome, and I like that a lot, and I wish I could do the same sometimes, but I'm still really angry. But I think that you're really cool, Selena.
Then actually looks surprised. She goes, I mean, it's kind of my fault you and your dad are in this mess. Technically, some could say you're okay to also be mad at me. I mean, I know Brad's mad at me.
But you didn't do any of this. You haven't done basically anything to me. It's, you know, you didn't take my parents.
Well, no, but she motions to the egg on top of the ceiling from them. Technically, I'm in relation to that as well. I guess you are, because I've seen you hold these things and close them, which, by the way, also isn't quite normal. No offense, but
Mm,
it's also technically my patron's fault that all this is happening too. So technically speaking, I by association, if that makes sense. Selena says, giving a very confused look.
Selena? Like, Lily, like, puts her hands on Selena and is just like, I don't think that by association makes you a bad person, and I'm really happy that you've been with me thus far. And I also think that you don't fully understand. You did not kill my parents, and I'm sorry that you got caught up in all this.
Selena just stares and she now you're her apologizing. Wow. I mean, I would also argue you don't have anything to apologize either, but I feel like that'd be like us going in a circle, right? That's us going in a circle.
You don't think that I have a reason to apologize?
She shrugs, she goes, you're a kid. No offense. By the way, she kind of just waves her hands a little bit like nervously. Technically, you shouldn't be dealing with any of this. I'm kind of surprised actually that you see so calm, because I tend to, well, I panic very easily if you didn't notice in situations like these. So you're definitely a lot more level-headed than I am.
Lily just gives a faint laugh at that and just smiles and she just goes, well, I guess I'm more mature than I look.
That's for sure. I mean, the fact that you all even can hear the voice now, I know it's kind of weird to say, but I've kind of been alone for a while because of this voice. I mean, they made me do silly stuff, nothing like extremely bad, but a lot of it's very embarrassing. Sometimes it's also kind of tedious on my body, this and that. But I've always felt alone. But the fact that you all are with me actually is nice, if I can say.
I think it's nice too. I think
Barbie says, "Wait, Are you saying the flatheads are better than not flatheads?"
Flatheads.
flatheads?
Because they're level and such.
Eh? I'm confused.
You said something about being level-headed and how it's good.
They're making a screwdriver pun.
Oh,
I didn't get that at all. But then jokes like that always go over my head. Sorry, brain.
He's being very literal.
Barbie was not understanding the question, understanding the context properly, and was assuming you were talking about your heads being flat instead of round.
Okay, got
And
it
how
now.
it's better if it's flat?
No, not a human head, Barbie. Lenny says, looking nervous. Never try to flatten a head on a human, right? Or a living thing, right? Yeah. No. Yes. Wait, what? Selena just looks more lost now.
Confused.
Anyway, let's get back on topic, please.
I thought we were still.
well, I mean, well, flatheads generally aren't that great. There's only a couple of people I can think they might be good on.
Selena just, even though she's lost, she just kind of chuckles a bit with Lily, like going along with what Barbie said, and then she kind of just seems more calm now. And she goes, Lily, thanks.
You're welcome, Selena. And for the record, I don't think you've got to worry anymore. You've been a really good friend this whole time. As long as I've known you, really.
I mean, we haven't really known each other too long, so I'd say you're a little too trusting, but you're a good judge of character, though.
Well, I mean, I think I'd have to be. I picked you after all.
Selena actually looks a little touched by that as she like stares wide eye in awe of this of little Lily literally just saying like she chose to be around her, be her friend, and then Selena actually looks like she wants to cry as she just looks away. She goes, right, gotcha, thanks. And in her
Now,
head, she's like, this kid's too wholesome.
see, the only thing is, I kinda wish that you'd, maybe been a little bit nicer to me earlier. 'Cause,
Well,
that wasn't the tone that you were using with me all the time. But I'm glad, Selena. I'm glad that you said that it's okay for me to be mad at people who try to take my parents away from me, and it's okay to hold grudges.
you all watch as the egg on the boiler suddenly rattles, cracks, and then reshapes into a spider again. It crawls down the boiler, skittering past Barbie and Selena, and then crawls up onto Lily's arm and transforms into that of a fox.
When it crawls, Selena would give a scare scream. She would like curl up, staying away from it, and just watches. And she goes, "It's on your arm! It's on your arm! It's on your arm!"
Barbie repositions himself to be between it and the stairs.
Barbie, what are you doing?
Selena just slowly stands up and like slowly walks closer to you, Lily, just looking at you. She goes, "Is that? It changed shape. Is that a fox? Why did it change?"
Well, I wanted it to change.
Wait, huh?
I don't think we have to play this game anymore. It was really fun at first, but like it's dragging on a little too long, and like I've been validated. 2 people have said that I'm in the right for doing this, so I've got to be in the right for it. And you know, Selena, I'm really touched by the fact that we're friends. I'm really touched that this whole entire time you've done what I've said and you haven't questioned me, and it's been real great.
Selena's still kind of like eyeballing the Fox portal, I guess. And then back at Lily, back at the portal, back at Lily, and she goes, I mean, I'm weird myself, to be honest, going through uh the situation with the voice and everything like that. So I mean, thank you for, I don't know, I guess just tolerating this with me. It's actually kind of nice having a friend who doesn't merely think that I'm some kind of psycho that just talks to myself.
Lily looks over at Selena and she smiles a bit. And she just kind of lets out a little laugh. And then she says, Selena, I really don't think you fully grasp what's going on here. And I don't blame you, and that's okay. But I mean, you and Barbie both, I feel bad for you guys, and I'm really glad that it's you two down here. Because you guys didn't ask to get brought into this. You guys weren't even there when everything went down the first time. So I'm gonna spell this out for you really nicely, okay? And Lily just smiles and takes a step back and well,
I am the voice.
What?
I am the
mean,
voice.
Selena's mouth just hangs open as she stares like a slow we got the processing wheel basically turning in her head right now.
You all watch as void the void fragment fracture that's on Lily's shoulder shimmers and then solidifies into forks.
What?
yeah, I mean, so I'll be honest, I didn't expect things to go this far, and there were a lot of pieces of this that even were a little bit outside of my control. But generally, I think I've had a good amount of fun here. Did a little casual revenge work. It's been real great.
Are you okay, Lily?
So, meanwhile, Brad, you may now walk down the stairs. You walk down to find Selena and Barbie looking towards Lily, who has the forks over one shoulder, and the fragment that was on the boiler, the egg, is gone.
Are you okay, Lily?
Where's
Right.
the rift?
Well, I
Selena-
mean, it's right
Selena
up
just
here.
Selena just slowly points to Lily, still flabbergasted and her mouth hanging open in shock.
Wait.
Lily?
Wait.
Kira?
Ew.
Kira?
Hello.
You are now the DM.
Oh,
boy.
no.
Oh boy.
So, Brad. Yeah, I really did have fun playing with this as long as I did, and I'm really sad that Louisa and Owen aren't here right now, and even Kane, because being honest, my main quips were with you guys. Like, poor Selena got dragged into this. And Barbie, well, I didn't expect Barbie to show up. But you? Oh, you. Let me let you in on a little secret, Brad. So, you know how every time we go into the portals, I turn into an adult? Yeah. Well, That's me. This body? I have no idea what's going on with this thing happening here. So let me just fill you in on everything that happened when you guys just disappeared on me, left me stranded on a spaceship. Everything went to heck. I didn't know where my parents are. I lived a happy life. I was totally fine. And I come back. What do I find? They've died. Everyone's suddenly real happy to be away from the warp. And so, yeah, I was just a wee little bit miffed. Yeah, at first it all started off as me just thinking that maybe if I opened up enough of the portals, you know, I could get back to the ship and to the parents who loved me. Because, the ones here, yeah, they kinda sucked. But, yeah, it turns out that that's a little harder than it looks. Turns out that, Louisa was a little bit right. The warp leaves you a little loopy. But it's okay. I mean, I had fun. I got to be a kid again. It was great.
Approaches.
I see you coming there, Brad. I wouldn't do that if I were you. For the record, though, out of all of them, you really were the person I hated the least. I think you were the only one who seemed like you actually cared.
I did care.
Yeah, you did. But it didn't bring my parents back, did it?
Then it was unavoidable. We did everything we could.
Was it, though? Was it really? Because when everyone came back, you all seemed really excited to be away from the space stuff, from the life that I got to live that wasn't an absolute nightmare. Y'all just moved on from it real quickly. And you know, I might have been a little offended by that. Because that ship had the only parents who ever cared about me on it. And yeah, sure, I met one now. Gosh knows I didn't know he was my dad back in the old life, but still, I'm gonna keep my promise. I'll keep him safe. And then I'll bring everything else back, and everything will go back to the way it was. 'Cause you know, the warp can do just about anything. And if I try hard enough and I delve deep enough into this madness, eventually I'll find a way to bring him back.
Do you even know what you're trying to do?
Brad, I haven't known what I've been trying to do for a really long time.
You wanted an apology, right?
I do. I want an apology for all the pain that you guys put me through.
He approaches slowly. And goes over to her. And gives her a hug.
Lily accepts the hug. She takes it. And she smiles. And then she takes a step back and breaks out of it. And just says, "Thank you. I've needed that. But, unfortunately, I know you guys. I've had Louisa on my back this entire time that I've been here for delving into the warp. She said that I'd go mad from going into it, and, well, she wasn't there to train me. And I went into it. All those years further and further. taught me a lot of things. And, the thing that it taught me most of all is if you pay a deep enough price, eventually the warp gives you what you want. And so, I really do appreciate that apology, Brad. But I also know, well, you're one of those types. You're like Louisa. You're gonna take one look at me and what I'm trying to do, and you're gonna make some heroic speech about how the greater good is what we should be striving for, and running with the warp is a horrible idea. It's gonna drive me cuckoo.
It is a horrible idea.
But it's the only idea I've got left, Brad. And so, I really don't want to leave it to this. I liked you a lot, and poor Barbie didn't ask to be here, and well, Selena, she's been great through all this. I mean, I'll admit some of the stuff that I did was purely because I was pissed off at you guys, and Selena's followed it all to a T. So, maybe in light of that, and in light of the friendship we've made, because I really don't want to hurt you guys, but no. A part of me, this weird part in the back, just makes me feel like I should, and I. The warp hurts, Brad. The warp hurts a lot, but I'm bringing my parents back. This is your final chance. I'm glad that you apologized, so I'll extend the olive branch to you. You can join me. And we'll explore this fun warp together. We'll open up all the portals that we need to. Collect all the power that we have to get.
Like,
Yeah.
please stop.
I had a feeling that you might say that. It really was fun. For a while there, I almost felt like I could just abandon it. Like, you guys became sort of a family to me. And I really do wish I could just drop it here, but well, I've dived too deep. I don't really know if I can stop it. I don't really know if there is a way out for me at this point. It was nice getting to meet you, Brad. It really was. But unfortunately, if you can't take that offer, well, I don't think there's gonna be an easy way out of this for either of us.
Selena. Selena's just stunned, shocked. Not really expecting that at all. And also conflicted. Since it seems like this is not the Lily that she just talked to.
Selena? You were right. I really don't want to kill anyone, and I never really wanted to. Every time we opened one of those portals and I saw what had happened and I saw all those people passed out, that wasn't what I had intended at all. It was, I mean, all those lives. If you give enough of them, maybe it'll bring the two that matter actually back, but that was not the deal that I made going in, so I guess we're both 2 for 2 on not knowing what kind of deals we're making with omnipotent powers beyond our understanding.
But Selena still is trying to process out that she shook her. She goes, but opening more of these portals means that more people will get hurt.
It does, and a part of me really wants to stop, but another part of me just kinda can't, and it would be really great if you guys stopped, but it's not. It would be really great if you guys stopped me, is what I would say. Maybe what the Lily inside of me would say, but I'm not just that, Lily. The warp corrupts. The warp is chaos. I don't know if you guys still think that you can save me, if you guys want to go playing the heroes, but well, no, I want to hear what you guys want to say to this. I'll give you the floor.
Lily's just rubbing her forehead again, and she, mentally exhausted, doesn't know what to think about this, and she automatically just puts her headphones on her head to try to give her some comfort. She goes, you helped me all those years ago, just so that way we can just open up more portals and cause more issues and hurt more people. That wasn't part of the deal.
It admittedly wasn't. Like I said, I didn't really know that the whole opening portals thing was gonna do that, but well, we've opened one. We've already gone off the deep end. And as for me helping you, well, I mean, there's not a bit of myself in you. What can I say? If you got the power and you're doing a bunch of things that people might consider as evil, you might as well try to do one good thing to balance it out, soothe the conscience, you know?
But
Plus, I figured it might be nice to, have a buddy.
Selena looks very conflicted at that. She goes, "You are my friend, but is this the real you or the Lily I talked to before? Like, I'm lost. Like, the voice was so much different. They yes, they liked games. Yes, they liked to play around and joke and be cryptic and stuff like that. But never did I think them to ever be hostile or want to take other lives like this. To say that it's that, oh well, people are going to get hurt."
Well, Selena, it's really funny. You delve in deep enough and you start losing track of which parts of you are you and which parts are the fragmented bits of the chaos screaming in your brain.
But there is a stopping point. She kind of yells us a little bit, stomping her foot. I've always said yes to you because I trusted you. I always did what you did because I knew there would be a way out or a way, or some kind of funny ha joke at the end. This is no longer funny. There
It
has to
stopped
be
being funny a long while ago.
Selena looks more conflicted as she just doesn't know what else to say or what to do at the moment.
The way I see it, we've got a couple of options here. You've already turned down my second deal, which, great. So, here's what I see happening. I'm not going to give up in my goal to get my parents back. I've come too far, and at this point, the lives that I've sacrificed, even if it was inadvertent, are going to go completely in vain if I don't carry this through. But I'm willing to listen to you guys. I don't necessarily. Well, okay, I'm still a little miffed. I mean, parent death thing, but 2 out of 3 here didn't even take part in that. So I'm willing to extend an olive branch again. So I will offer the deal one more time. You guys go with me. We open as many portals as it takes. Do as many deals with the warp as it takes to get them back. I go back to the ship. You guys don't ever have to hear from me again. I'll leave your perfect, happy universe alone. I won't bother you. I won't, do anything. Or you guys decide that you're going to oppose me. Maybe you fight. Maybe we have a little heroic battle. We try to be the heroes who save the day. And Lily stands there and the ground begins to tremble. And she just smiles at them all. And she says, or you take that route, and it has to come down to fists.
Brad is still stunned silent. He is contemplating this. He's trying to process all of this information at once. Like, oh my god.
Alright. I hear the silence in the room. Tell you what. You guys were gonna have a day to try to save my dad. Which, by the way, this, the crack that turned into the buddy on my shoulder, yeah, this one is one of the more, the ones that listen to me a bit more. This one? It would have just put him in a different little portal, like a little sub-dimension. He would have been fine. I was planning on getting him away from this mess. But, you know, it was more fun to do a little murder game with you guys, see you guys react. You know, the warp said it would be real interesting, and okay, admittedly, parts of it were a little scary, but potato potato. If I do what it wants, it gives me what I want. But anyway, it seems like a lot. You guys would have had a day to figure that all out, so I'll give you guys your day. You guys run off, go collect yourselves for a day, and we'll all meet back here. You can gather your forces if you want. You can try to work together an argument. But I really do hope that you'll take my my deal there. It works out best for everyone, really, that way. And with that, if Lily is allowed to and no one stops her, she will walk up the stairs and simply leave.
Brad doesn't stop her.
There was mention of time and space travel. Barbie is fried.
Once
Can I
Lily
do some-
leaves, Brad just falls to his knees in shock.
Man, I have an idea I want to do, but I'm not sure if I. Selena also just looks really shocked as she just stares, glances over at Brad for a second, and then Barbie, and then looks down, and then just runs after Lily and follows her up the stairs, not saying anything. Selena just gonna like catch up to Lily and just like her head's down for a moment. She goes, "I made a deal with you. If you are still the, I can't walk away from that."
Glad you see things my way, Selena. Again, you've been a really great friend throughout all of this. I'm sorry for the stuff that I put you through. Half of it I didn't actually expect to happen, and the other half I had to use as a charade to keep the others from guessing.
Selena just nods and she goes, "If you would just let me keep following you, I still am thinking of all this, I guess you can say, because this is kind of a lot. And if you have been the voice you know me right now, I can be indecisive sometimes, so."
Oh, trust me, Selena, I know. And my offer stands to you too. I'll even extend it to you if you want. But I gave the others a day, so you take your day. You think about it. I'll be around. And Lily like taps her head and she just goes, "You know how to contact me if you need me."
Right. She's right.
Like Lily starts walking up the hallway, but as she reaches the end of the corridor, she does just turn around and there's this moment, this very brief moment where her expression changes from the somewhat manic look that she's had thus far to a more softer look that she's had before as her more childish self. She just turns around and she looks at Selena and she just says a bit more solemnly, "For what it's worth, I really am sorry. And then she leaves. And yes, I think that might be a good stopping point.
Yeah, I think so. What's that? I gotta go.
Same
I
here.
gotta go to bed.
God.
Especially since we
Alright.
really gotta think about this.
Alright, well, thank you all for wait, no, not me. Kira, would you do the honors?
Thank you all for tuning in. I traumatized a bunch of people today.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotta say
Bye.
goodbye. Yep, bye.
Bye.
Bye.